Hello. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
पापा बोल रहे हैं ना, कैमरा थोड़ा साफ कर दीजिए अपना, कैमरा गंदा है आपका पूरा।
Clear?
Yes, sir.
1 minute. 1 minute. Hello. Hello.
नहीं
Hey, not working. Battery is very low. Okay, leave that. Now, dear students, please listen here. Actually, I was trying to use my Bluetooth, but due to some reasons, it is not working very well. So, okay, so we are reading here. Father said it is already now you in the classroom, and now we will go on. Listen here. All of you, please listen. So, Swami was sent to school, and he wanted to know about the letter, that what his father has written in it. But father slapped him by saying that is not for you. You simply just now. So his father has informed me just that he has written plenty of things about Mr. Samuel. So when your headmaster will read it, certainly he will be dismissed from the school, because this type of teacher is not required for the school. Who beats the students up to that level, it is intolerable for the parents or anyone. So he has he had just informed Swami that this is the matter which he has written in the complaint letter. Then when he came to know that his teacher will be dismissed from the school, as a child, he could not understand very well that what actually has he done so that he would be dismissed from the school. He could not understand actually, though he complained about all the things or he gave a very lurid account of about the teacher, but he was not sure about it that the matter would go up to this level where his father would write a letter against him, and the letter would be so uh, hard, the letter would be so, you get the harsh, that or the complaint would be so strong that he may be dismissed from the school. And so a childhood mind could not understand very well that the his description about his teacher make him dismissed from the school. He had just changed the tactics and described about a teacher just to get privilege or just to get an opportunity to stay at home, so that nobody will, so that he would stay another day at home. But it has happened unexpectedly, and the matter was that his father has written a letter and he may be dismissed from the school. Anyhow, well, there is a full account of everything he has done in the letter. So he has written what he has done, as Swami described about his teacher, Mr. Samuel, his father has written in the letter, and that was the sufficient complaint against a teacher for the dismissal from school. Give it to your headmaster and go to your class. So this was just suggested, his father suggested him that you will just hand over the letter and then you will go to class. You must bring an acknowledgement from him in the evening. So that's why that the matter was over. And now Swami went to school feeling that he had the worst prisoner on earth. So now Swami is going to school and he is thinking about his teacher, Mr. Samuel, dismissal of his teacher Samuel, and whatever he described about that teacher, about him to his father, all the things were just all the things were in his mind and he was thinking about it. So when he was going to school, feeling that he was the best usurer, a person who is the false witness on earth, his conscience bothered him. So certainly, try to understand that after he was a student, and when the matter goes up to dismissal of a teacher, then he started thinking about his presentation, that he felt himself that he has done something wrong. So his conscience bothered him. Means he was thinking that what I have done, where I was correct, am I am I described right or wrong? Is it right way? Is it right thing? So the child Swami started thinking about all these things, and he wanted to just conclude about his description, action of his father, and action may be taken by the school. So all things were hovering in the mind of the mind of Swami, and he is going to school. What happened after that? He was not at all sure if he had been accurate to his description of Samuel. So he was not sure that whatever he said about his teacher was completely right. He could not come on the conclusion that whatever he has described about his teacher was completely 100% true. So let us see. He had been accurate. That is, his description was accurate or inaccurate. सही था या गलत था, ये बच्चा समझ नहीं पा रहा, दिमाग में बातें नहीं आ रही. He could not decide how much of what he had said and was imagined. So he could not decide properly that whatever he had described was accurate, or imagined, or said lie about him to his father, or it was a real. So the child could not come on the conclusion that up to what he has described the right thing, or he has described the false thing, or is it real description? Was it real description, or was it completely imagined by his mind? वो समझ में उसको नहीं आ रहा है कि हम कहाँ तक सही थे, क्या गलत थे, या हम इमेजिन करके बोले, या वो सब कुछ सही है. ये बच्चा नहीं जज पा रहा है. Because whatever he described the matter, it has not happened before him. Because he was he did not witness all the things about the teacher, Mr. Samuel. About Samuel, he was not such a bad man after all, and at last he came to the conclusion that no, my teacher is not such a bad man. Whatever I described about my teacher is not correct. He came on the final conclusion, and he said personally he was much more genuine than the rest, and he thought that his teacher was a friendly and his teacher was pleasant than the other teachers in the class. Often he corrected a joke or two centering around Swami in actions, and Swami took it as a mark of Samuel's personal regard for him. Generally, you have also observed that whenever a teacher is taking your class, he may take the name of a particular student, and his activity is remarked, and after that all the students laugh by hearing the name of the particular boy. So she came to know, he remembered that thing, that my teacher is a very kind and friendly, and sometime he had quoted his name, action or something, action of me. And So it shows that my teacher gives proper importance, proper value to me. So this was the thing for the. Uh, so this was the thing Swami was thinking about himself. So listen here. So listen here. He had said, yeah, so he was not such a bad man. Then he and Swami took it as a mark of personal regard to him, but there was no doubt that he did equal bad. But again, he came on the conclusion also. 1 minute.
सर आप म्यूट है। सर म्यूट है।
So Swami came on the conclusion also that no, undoubtedly everything is good, but his teacher his teacher treats the student badly. He came on the conclusion. Swami cast his mind about for an instance of this. So his mind about for instance, so he was thinking about some example that did he treat the student badly or didn't. So he was thinking about it and he was just searching. Then he remembered there were none within his knowledge. So when he tried to remember about the his bad treatment to the student, he could not find any point or any example or anything where he would come on the conclusion by adding that example that his teacher treated the student badly. So there was none within his knowledge. Years and years ago, he was reputed. It was a made reputation among the students that reported to have skinned the knuckles of a boy in first standard and made him smear the blood on his face. And there was a story about a teacher which was persisting in the school campus about his teacher, that his teacher years and years ago, no one had witnessed about that thing, but this story is continuous in the school. People are talking about his nature in the school, that he has beaten a student and so much of a boy of first standard. A first standard boy has been beaten so badly that blood came out on his hand and made him a smear, and just with that blood, it is smeared over his face. Smeared is a word when you during the holy wear has smeared the gulal around the face. So in same way, the teacher has smeared the blood of that boy around him. No one had actually seen it. There was there were no anyone who witnessed about that scene. But this story is persisting and it is going on continuously, that it has happened, this has happened, like that. But year after year, the story persisted among the boys. So you know that generally the one story is being carried to the another boy carried this story to another boy, and the generation by generation, years by years, that story remained in the remain in the school. ये हम लोग देखते हैं कि कोई बात अगर किसी के बारे में कुछ बातें आ गई तो वो बातें लगातार चलते रहती हैं। ऐसा हम लोग सभी को जानते हैं कि नहीं ऐसा हुआ ऐसा हुआ ऐसा हुआ, it goes on like that, and no one tried to know the actual thing behind that story, or nobody tried to know the truth behind that story. Once it is said about the teacher, this story passed to one student to another student, and it continued in the school. And no one is trying to reach to the reality, that is it a real story or is it just a false story to tell the student or to create fear among the students. Nobody tried to know about it. So it has happened. But year after year, the story persisted among the boys. Swami's head was dizzy, so it was very difficult. Dizzy, just not grasp properly, or he was just going to be fainted. You can say it was confusion in regard to symbols character. So Swami could not judge properly what is the actual character of his teacher, Samuel. The story is persisting. How did he beat the student of standard 1? Again, he was thinking that his teacher was friendly and with him. Even his teacher makes a jokes around him, taking his name in the class. It shows that he was very much particular, caring about that particular to me. So a story is different, and personal relationship with the teacher is different. He was a small boy, or he is a small boy. He could not actually judge about it. What is correct? He could not come on the final conclusion that his teacher was a violent teacher. The story tells that he was a violent man, and the personal relation, the personal remarks, personal behavior in the class is telling the another story. So that's why there is a confusion, and his mind became dizzy, and he could not come on the one point that his teacher was really a bad person. Whether he deserved the allegation in the letter or not. So he was thinking that whatever allegation is made against the teacher in the letter, does he deserve that allegation or does not? क्या इसमें जितने भी पापा ने इस लेटर में लिखा वो सारा एलिगेशन कैसे करते हैं वैसे करते हैं, कहां तक सही है? Swami felt an impulse to run home. Suddenly what happened? A strong desire came, a strong thinking came, what that he has to go, return home. For a moment, he was angry with his father. Sorry. So Swami felt an impulse to run home and beg his father to take back the letter, because he has just complained, made a different type of allegation against the teacher कि हमारे टीचर ऐसे हैं, हमारे टीचर वैसे हैं। तो ये इसलिए वो चाह रहा था कि किसी भी कंडीशन से ये घर वापस आ जाए और पापा से कह दे कि पापा ये आप लेटर ले लीजिए। But he could not get the courage. उसको हिम्मत नहीं थी। क्यों? His father is a rigid man. His father was an obstinate man. His father was a very rigid man, obstinate even, that once he has said, he would not be listen anything. So he was an obstinate man. So he was a child, much confusion was there, and he did not want that his teacher would be dismissed, and lot of confusion arose in his mind. A lot of confusion came into his mind. बहुत confusion है बाबा, क्या करें, क्या सही है, क्या गलत है, कहाँ तक हम सही थे। Sorry, कहाँ तक हम सही हैं, from where I am wrong, from where up to where I am right, allegation is correct or incorrect. So like that, much confusion was there, and this is the main thing for him. Now, what happened after that? He decided to him, but it was not. Hello.
माइक पीछे चला गया बाबा आपका। माइक 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 आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा। बोले वो ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट किए हुए है क्या?
माइक तो आ ही रहा है।
ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट किए हुए है?
नहीं, आवाज नहीं जा रही है। हेलो,
आवाज बहुत धीरे आ रहा है, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा किसी को।
अच्छा धीरे आ रहा है, देख लेते हैं। नहीं नहीं, ब्लूटूथ तो है ही नहीं इसमें।
आवाज नहीं आ रहा आपका। ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट कर लीजिए। बोले ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट कर लीजिए, ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट कर लीजिए।
नहीं नहीं, ब्लूटूथ इसमें खराब है, लाइट इसमें नहीं है, बैटरी कमजोर है, इसको छोड़ दो। Anyhow, as he approached the yellow building, he realized. So he was thinking and going to school. He reached to his school building. The color of building is yellow. So as he approached the yellow building, he realized that he was perjuring himself and was ruining his teacher. As soon as he reached his school building, he found that he was perjuring himself. It is already explained. Perjurer means false witness. It is written false witness. So he was thinking that actually he was giving a false description about his teacher, and what he was going to do. He was ruining his teacher, and he is going to ruining means just spoiling the life of a teacher. At last he came on the conclusion when he reached to the school. Probably the headmaster would dismiss Samuel because the complaint letter, the allegation was very hard allegation, very serious allegation was made in the letter, and he thought that his teacher may be dismissed from the school. Then the police would chain him and put him in jail. A small mind a small thinking that he is actually going to ruin the life of a teacher. May be dismissed from the school, sent to jail, and all these things will happen, and he will be the responsible for it. And it is just for one day, another one day staying here at home. So if we started thinking about that, and master would dismiss Samuel, and then the police would chain him and put him in jail. For all this disgrace, it is a disgrace, it is a bad reputation, it's a respect for a teacher, humiliation and suffering. The teacher would be humiliated, humiliation and suffering would be responsible. So who will be responsible for such insult in the school, humiliation in the school, and the teacher would suffer so the suffering and all these things, who is responsible for it? The child is thinking that who is the main person responsible for spoiling the life of a teacher, ruining the life of the teacher, uh, the humiliation which he faced in the school and outside, and the family member, and the disgrace which he get, or insult which he get. So who will be the responsible for all these things? And he came on the conclusion that his teacher is being spoiled, humiliated, dismissed, insulted. That is the only one reason, and that is the one reason. Who is responsible for it? Swami is responsible for it. स्वामी ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इस काम को करने के लिए. जितना भी वो जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहा है उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल कौन है? स्वामी रिस्पॉन्सिबल. So this is the thing which is in the story. I hope all of you understood it very well. Any problem from any one of you? Hello?
Yes, sir, your voice is very slow.
Very slow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, my Bluetooth battery is get down so low that it is not working properly, and I could not charge it immediately because I am taking your class. And second thing, the mic of my what do we say, mobile reached to you very slowly. And now the school is shifting the benches for the CBSE examination. So there is some different type of noise is coming out. So anything, I have taken this in such a situation. I hope all of you understood it very well. And whatever is untouched, whatever you misunderstood, or anything which you could not grasp properly, you may ask me in the classroom tomorrow. Or sorry, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is school is closed for you due to the CBSE examination. So I have to say
Yes,
thank you to
sir.
all of you. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
14
sir.
students class. It's a very bad thing. Very bad. Leave the class.